That was a big part of the decision
We
making.
suck at it. Like you know,
Yeah, we are bad.
like we suck at it so bad. Like we went.
You know what? Wiggs was right. He did have a 50-50 shot of making it out alive.
You know, fair enough. Like maybe he was right.
And we're live.
And basically, he chose to stream instead of going to it, I think is the story. So she was pretty upset about that. I recommend watching that one. It's a
wait, is this a rumor from the chat?
It's a rumor from the chat, but what they said made sense. What they deduced made sense.
Yeah,
so,
you have to be cautious, though. I hear where Taylor's coming from.
Often the chat just makes things up.
They do. But this made sense because I recalled back to the camping trip that like last minute, you know, Wings bailed on with you guys.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is something that someone with, you know, like an anxiety kind of issue usually does. They'll ponder over it, stew over it, then last minute they're like, I can't do it. Fuck it. I'm just gonna.
Oh, that's him. That's 100% him. He does this thing where like he's a real worrier and super pessimistic about things. Like, and especially if it's something he doesn't want to do. Like Taylor was talking about how like the day before he's gonna like do a big workout. He's like making all these elaborate plans and like aiming high. And I think Wings sometimes does the opposite. He's like, oh, if I do this, then all of these awful things can happen. So then when he backs out, it's like, I mean, it was a no-brainer. I was going to get a staph infection. I was going to drown in a river. An eagle was going to pluck my eye out. Like I was going to get like hypoglycemic out there. This, that, the other. Like, you know, he literally said something that his odds of survival were like, I don't remember what he said.
Was it a third or 50-50 or something like that? Yeah,
it was like 50-50 if he survived the weekend with us.
That really like reveals, you know, how little he thought you guys would help him in dire straits. Like,
yeah,
like,
right.
All right, well, I'm dying here, and you two are like, "See ya, idiot!" And you just you just leave.
I
like
still
we're playing
think
Oregon Trail. Wings got cholera. Well, shit.
He died. He died fording the river. So
if Wings was there, my poor river crossing skills would have never been exposed. We would have just gone somewhere else.
Yeah, and Kyle would have never swallowed that turtle shit water.
Oh, that might have still happened. I don't know, but
that was so weird. I remember when I like the worst part of that, like the nausea was awful, like the continuous vomiting. But then when I finally got back to like Anderson, South Carolina, I finally had like hunger again, and I stopped at like a Jack in the Box and got like a burger and fries. And I was like, oh, this is going to be so good. And when I put the food in my mouth, my entire inside of my mouth broke out in hives, like these incredibly painful bumps all in my mouth. And I was like, there's something wrong with me. Like I literally had eaten a fry. Like I was holding the bag waiting on my change. And I was just like ate one fry and the entire inside of my mouth broke out in like painful red sores.
I do this thing of self-doubt, right? Where it's like let's say I'm sick. And I'll be like, are you that sick? Are you sure you couldn't work today or you whatever? So Kyle was sick in this case. And I'm like, did we puss out? Should we have plowed through even though he vomited like multiple times? He was sick. But I'm like, maybe he'd have got better in the rain. I don't know. But when the hive story came out, like when the drive home getting refed went poorly, I'm like, that was just a good call.
If it hadn't been for like the river like swelling more and more, potentially like locking us off from escape, I'd have been more apt to like stick in there till morning. But I was so worried that like that river was gonna rise. Wasn't an easy crossing to begin with. Like I mean, I guess it was easy-ish. It wasn't like even if you got swept away, like what's the worst can happen? Eventually I make it to the other side. I'm just fucking wet now.
Lose your gear.
Yeah, fuck it. You know, a couple $100 here. But it was just like, what if we're stuck here and like tomorrow I'm so dehydrated I can't keep water down, and now we got diarrhea or something, and I'm just like, actually, how embarrassing is it going to be if I have to chopper me out of this stupid fucking trip?
36 hours into the trip, the lifeline comes. That would have been a great video.
And in my heart, I'm like, I'm thinking like Woody's going to record it all too.
But at the time you were anonymous, no one would have known who it was.
Oh. Start the video by saying date 6 log. Don't say it's a date.
Kyle's shitting himself and breaking out in hives, and Woody's just taking shirtless pictures in the corner.
Woody's like, we arrived yesterday evening. It's 9 a.m. and it's like 18 hours, and that would have been really embarrassing if you had died.
That was a big part of the decision making.
We suck at it. Like you know,
yeah, we are bad.
Like we suck at it so bad. Like we went.
You know what? Wiggs was right. He did have a 50-50 shot of making it out alive.
Fair enough. Like maybe he was right.